Today in Number Corner, you're going to be making estimates. An estimate is a close guess of the actual value, or the actual answer. And it's usually based on some thought or rough calculation, basically when you're doing it in your head, to make an approximate or rough count, measurement, or calculation. When you're making an estimate, you're just making a guess, your closest guess. The difference between the exact answer and an estimate is that an estimate is finding a number that is close enough to the right answer. In math, we often stress about getting the exact answer, but in everyday life, a few cents here or there are not going to make much difference. You should focus on the dollars. Here are the two symbols that represent the exact value and an estimate. The equal symbol means that that's the exact answer. But when you use this approximate symbol, that means it's your guess, your closest guess to the actual answer. It's almost the exact answer. So estimation, you're not trying to get the exact answer. What you want is something that's good enough. And when we estimate, you're usually trying to find the answer in a hurry when you're doing it in your head. Why do we estimate? Well, here's an example of how estimation can save you money. You should always do a quick estimation of how much you should pay for something. For example, you want to buy 5 magazines that cost $1.95 each. But when you go to buy them, the cost is $12.25. Is that right? Well, I know that $1.95 is really close to $2. If I have 5 magazines, 5 times 2, that means it's only going to cost about $10. So $12.25 wouldn't be right. It's good to practice estimation because it keeps your mind active. As you walk around, see how good you are at estimating answers before they come up. For example, if you go to the supermarket, try to add up everything yourself and then compare it to the final bill. You could also estimate how long it will take you to get home. Open up your Number Corner workbook to page 33. You're going to complete pages 33 and 34 today, but there are only 4 problems. Let's do the first one together. We're going to use rounding and estimating to figure out these story problems. Number 1. Samira's class is raising money for the local animal shelter. In September, her class raised $231. In October, they raised $347. In November, they raised $162. About how much did the class raise in these 3 months? Explain how you made your estimate for this problem. That keyword about is telling us that we don't need to find the exact answer, we just need to make an estimate. So my tip for you when you're making an estimate, the first thing you should do is take each of the numbers and round them to their closest or their nearest hundreds place. So if we round 231 to the nearest hundreds place, we would round it to 231. Is that closer to 200 or to 300? It's closer to 200. Okay. Next, we have 347. Is 347 closer to 300 or to 400? It's almost right in the middle, but it's closer to 300. If you want to have a more accurate estimate, we know that 347 is closest to 350. So we could say 350 here. And finally, 162. $162, that's closer to $200. It's almost in the middle too. But when we're making our estimate, it doesn't have to be exact. So my estimate then, I could just quickly add up these rounded numbers. 200 plus 350 plus 200. Well, I know 200 plus 200 is 400. 400 plus 350 gives me 750. That's my estimate for this problem. That's what I think it's close to. Now, if you wanted to find the exact answer and compare it to your estimate to see how close you were, go for it. Let's look at number 2. Ryan's class is also raising money for the animal shelter. They want to raise $500. So far, they have raised $278. About how much money, do they still need to raise to get to their goal of $500? For this one, right away, I'm thinking of a big graph. And I know that they want to get up to $500. Well, they only have, they've got $100, they've got $200, but they don't quite have $300 yet. They're at about $278. If they're close to $300, they're almost there. That tells me that they need about $200. So my estimate is $200. They're about or almost $200 away from 500. Now, to find the exact number, you could find the difference between $500 and $278 to find your exact answer. All right, page 34. Page 34, number 3. Carlos's class is collecting supplies for disaster relief. They want to collect 150 items. Carlo brought in 4 packages of bandages. Each package has 12 bandages in it. All right, this is telling us, well, if he has 4 packages with 12 bandages or band-aids in each, we need to do a little multiplying. In other words, what is 4 times 12? We need to figure that out. Okay, then Lily brought in 6 packs of canned goods. Each pack has 3 cans in it. Okay, so she has 6 packs. And each pack has 3 cans in it. To set this up as a problem, we could say, what is 6 times 3? All right. About how many more items does Carlos's class need to bring in? First, I want you to solve these 2 multiplication problems. Okay. Once you do, you're going to add these together using estimation, so make your guess. And you're going to think of, well, how close is that to 150 items? About how many more items do they need to bring? All right. All right, number 4. Sam's class is also collecting items for disaster relief. They want to collect 200 items. Sam brought in 36 bottles of water. Trayvon brought in 4 cases of vitamins with 6 packages of vitamins in each case. Okay. 4 cases with 6 in each. In other words, 4 times 6. Okay. Kate brought in 9 packs of soup with 3 cans of soup in each pack. It's the same thing as 9 times 3. Okay. She had 9, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with 3 in each. You're going to figure out how many items they have all together. And then you need to figure out, well, about how many more items do they need to collect to get to their goal of 200. All right. If you have any questions about how to solve 3 and 4, message me on Schoology or come to office hours and we will do it together. Nice job.